I hope you had a wonderful week. Last week we talked about using the position keyframes for animations of a ball, a bouncing ball, and a ping pong kind of ball. So this week we'll be trying to look through using scale to do animation. So what we're going to be looking at is how to make a art beat. So, well, firstly, shapes like arts are usually quite difficult to design on in After Effects. So I'm going to show you how to create the shape of love in Illustrator and also export it to After Effects. So let's create a new artboard. So creating a new artboard to draw the love. So the easiest way to draw a love is basically you start with a rectangle, just a normal rectangle. Let's give the rectangle colors. Let's go with let's say a red. Yes, red, no stroke. So once you've gotten a rectangle, centralize it. Now you rotate this rectangle into you first curve all the edges, then rotate the rectangle into angle 45 degree. 45 degree. With this, you just duplicate, Ctrl C, Ctrl F to duplicate. Then you invert it, you flip it, you mirror it horizontally. With this, you already have your love. All you have to do is select both, use shape builder to cut out the unnecessary parts, and you have a shape of love. So using this, once you have the shape of your love, you centralize it as well. Then you save it. If you want to export it into After Effects, save it. Let's say at save the file. Once the Illustrator file has been saved, you close it. Then go to your After Effects. Sorry about this thing. So let's bring in the new art that was just designed in Illustrator. So to import any object in After Effects, you click Ctrl I. So you go to where it is on your system, which is I saved mine on desktop at H. This is that. So one of the things, if you want to import your Illustrator file and you want to be able to edit it easily, you click on this drop down, then you change to import with composition retain layer sizes, and you click OK. So once this is done, the art is already imported into After Effects. So you double click the composition set of things, this icon here, then it opens up the art. So, but one thing you can do, if you see it this way, it's still, if you can see the icon is still showing it as an Illustrator file. This is going to be very difficult for you to make some full edits into it. So to be able to fully be able to edit it in After Effects, you now convert it to layer shapes. So that you right click on it, you create shape from vector layer. Now you have if a real art, so you just copy it, Ctrl C, then you take it back to your previous composition that you've created. So that's Ctrl V. So this is it. This is your art icon, easily imported from Illustrator, and then you can start working with it. Thank God the anchor point is at the center. So today we are definitely looking at how to use scale to create a art beat motion. So the one thing is you press S for scale, or you click on the drop down, you click on drop down of transformation, then you see scale here. But the shortcut is mainly to press S, so it's better you do that. So S. So once you press S, this is the initial size of the art. So the one thing is when you look at the motion of art, it says normal size gets bigger, gets smaller and gets bigger. That's basically what will be. So we'll be scaling it up and scaling it down to give that bit. So for the first on your timeline, you basically create a keyframe. That's your first keyframe. Then you move down a bit. To move down the timeline, you basically press page down. If you press page down multiple times, you will see that you keep moving down the timeline. So you scale it up a bit. You create a new keyframe by scaling it up a bit. So you scale it up. Then you move down the timeline again. Then you scale it down. Let's see, 105. Then you scale it up again using the same value as the first place. Let's check the value of it. That's to keep it consistent. That's 118 for the scaling. So scale it up again. Another 118 on 118. 8. And then you scale it down again. That's 105. 105. So one thing I would say is we should play our current and the current motion to see what our keyframes have done. So one thing to do, the way to do that is basically take the timeline back to the first place, then click on your spacebar for play. So let's see what we've done. So as you can see, this is basically a simple art motion. But one of the things we always try to do is making sure that your animations, your animation starts and ends the same way, so it will give you that looping feel. And as you can see, it's basically not starting and ending the same way for now. So the art comes out, comes back in, comes out, comes back in. So it's supposed to come out one more time. Then end it the same way it started. So to end animation the same way it started, all you have to do is click on the first keyframe, copy it, and then paste it on the last location you want it to be. So Ctrl C to copy and Ctrl V to paste. So if we look at the animation now, we should definitely get our art bits. As you can see, starting the same way it's ended. So this is some basic art bit motion. All you have to do now is just ease the keyframes just to make it smoother. Now selecting all the keyframes and pressing F9 on your keyboard. So as you can see, this is all about a simple art animation. All you have to do if you want it to continuously keep repeating, you just copy all these keyframes and keep duplicating it. Then to keep repeating over and over again for as many times as you want. You could also change the color if you wanted to change the color in between the animation. So, or if you want to change the color, let's say the art beats the first time, then we change the color here. So if you want to change the color, what I always advise is basically you duplicate whatever shape you animated, duplicate it once. Then for the new one, you add a new color. This way you can definitely just, if you don't want to change colors anymore, you definitely just go back. So you change the color of the new one. So now on the in the time frame, you would have to move its own time frame to where you want it to start showing from, which is where currently the art beats first. So with this, you play it out to see your progress. As you can see, it changes when he adds beats to the first beat. We can make it even more. So let's see, it goes up, down, up and down. Let's add one more color. That's duplicate the second one, then you add a one more color to it. Let's go for no, let's go for a yellow here. Something like this. So we reduce its visibility on the time frame as well. So then you play the motion again, the animation again. So as you can see, as the art beats, it changes color. So I this is all on using scale to create animation. Does anybody have any question?
No question. I'm about to like check the video and just to get more clarification. Because right now, I'm still a little bit confused. I'll check the video.
Okay. What are you confused about?
I don't think it's something we can. It's something I would have to. I don't really check the
Okay.
first video
Okay,
first.
I understand. Are they doing any question from you?
No, not a question, but I would say that is it possible that you also like maybe teach how to export? I mean, you said some people had issues with exporting, like
Okay.
this thing now, like try to export it and
Okay,
this
so
format here, the
once
MP4.
once you are done with your animation and you want to export it, the one of the fastest way to do that is just go to composition, add to render queue. So once you take it to render, like it is the interface you get. So you click on this high quality just to confirm that there's a certain setting confirm, just to confirm that your format is showing QuickTime. So if it's showing QuickTime, all you have to do is just click OK. Then you click on the output tool so as to choose the location in which it should save to. So I'm going to be choosing my desktop. Then I will name it ArtSpit. Then save. Once that location to save has been set, all you have to do is just click render. When this time is taking it a while to load. Okay, so render. So with this, it has just rendered. As you can see, it moved a little bit from here, from 0 to 100%. Then that's rendered. So it's if I go and look for it on my desktop, as you can see, this is ArtBeat. Now this way, when it comes out this way, it comes out as a MOV format. It's not going to be easily, it's not going to play easily on all platforms. So the next thing you will do is it's better you go and download the Handbrake. One of the ways you can convert it is to download the Handbrake software. So if you have the Handbrake software, you have to do is just download it, install it. It's quite small, it's not large, and it's easy to install. So you open it, then you drag in your video into Handbrake. So Handbrake loads it, looks at the information. Then once it's in Handbrake, all you have to do is just you choose location it's supposed to render to. Yeah, that's by clicking browse. If you click on browse, so you know where you want it to save to. I'll save it on my desktop as well. So once I click on this, I'll just press save. Then you click start encode. So once it's done, it has converted it to MP4. As you can see, this is it now. So you just place, even my VLC can play it. It can be played on any platform easily. So it's loading. The first time is taking a while. You can see the file is not even large, as you can see. So that is how to save and convert it to MP4 for easy use, for posting anywhere, to view it on your phone system or any other platform you would like it to be viewed. Any other question aside from that?
None from here.
Okay, I think we should call it a wrap that way.
Okay, I think that we still have a little more time. Um, can you do maybe like just a quick overview or maybe the interface for people that maybe the parts that you think that are most important? Maybe like just a short. We have a little more, or yeah, or what do you think?
I feel we can go over this in the next class, the
Okay,
interface
all right,
itself in the next class.
okay,
So I think that is all for today. So they can definitely, I don't want to bombard them too much, so they can definitely be able to replicate this easily for their assignment for the week.
okay. Let me stop recording.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Let me stop recording.